Hey, about manifesting. Will this little thing I'm gonna tell you about speed it up? I suspect it might. I'm gonna share that with you in this video, and in the end of the video, I will share with you when I today was guided to a door in Krakow by my guide inside. And let me just tell you that the Speak Up method is free. People manifest fast using it. It's linked down below. Just leave your email and it's yours. So what's this thing that might speed up manifesting? Confidence. You might say, oh yeah, I know that's important. But I've given this some thought. I think this is something to look into. Lately, maybe you have noticed the throne method from Jay. How I see that is an exercise in confidence. It's an exercise in identity, who we really are. And if we believe that we are part source, shouldn't we be confident? So that's one thing. When we talk about the law of assumption and the law of attraction, thoughts becomes things, right? What you think about is important. Confidence plays a big role in that. And when it comes to the Speak Up method, what I strongly believe in is to use your intention connected to the law of attraction and the law of assumption and everything else, but also asking your God inside, or whatever you want to call it, to help you to be aided by higher forces. And if we believe in those forces, that creates confidence. Because if you have an intention and you want to manifest something, and you might even leave it quite open, like I talked about yesterday, not a specific outcome, but more like a solution to an issue. If you have confidence in your helping forces, well, it raises your vibration too. So, a common theme in successful manifesting, I think, is confidence. And I had a coaching session yesterday with a woman, and I think what she is feeling, it goes for many of us. And we'll find out. I'll find out anyway if the coaching was as successful as I think it might have been. I might think that confidence was the key, well, one of them anyway, that really could help this woman. So how do we practice confidence then, Terry? Well, every change starts with awareness. If you're aware that you could increase your confidence, that's the first and maybe the most important step. You cannot change anything if you're not aware of it, right? So let's say now we're aware of it. And step number 2, you could intend and ask for it. I'm going to talk more later about something I created. I call it the morning meeting with the guide inside. And the short version I'll tell you right now. In the morning, you can ask to get more confidence during the day. I'd actually just got an idea. Maybe I could ask Jay to write something about confidence. Maybe an audio file or something. That would be kind of cool. And what I was going to say is that the throne method, I'll link it down below, is so powerful. If you do that guided meditation I made, the link is down below, and not once, but do it more times. And it's really, to me, it feels like coming home somehow. It is something special about the throne of the unspoken yes. So what do you think? Is confidence the key that could speed things up for us? I do think it is. And now, I talked about this on the live stream on Sunday. It's a little weird. I had published some videos about this a couple of years back. No one watched them. So I won't be offended if you go watch something else. But if you're with me, you are most welcome to stay. So what I did this morning is that I had a clear intention of my God inside. That's just what you might call the universe or higher self or spirit guides, or, I really don't know how these things work. But I feel inner guided, so I've called it the God inside. I had an intention and asked to be shown something beautiful in the city of Krakow today, and I started walking. And what you can do, you can use a pendulum that you might look a little weird going through the city with a pendulum. What I do is I just walk normally with my arms swinging like this. And when the God inside wants me to turn right, then my hand, I can feel it gently taps my thigh. And then I make a right turn. I did that, and I also use my glasses. When I walk, they swing. I just balance them on my hand, on my index finger like this. It's like a pendulum, but nobody notices in the street. So when it points forward, I walk forward, and then I stop when I come to a crossing, and I ask forward, and it goes no, and then I turn. Is it this way? And then it goes yes. So for me, sideways like this is no, and back and forth is yes. And I was guided maybe 15 minutes, and I recorded a video. I've been walking down the street and around in Krakow, and I've been guided towards this cafe, the Yellow Monkey Cafe. I have never heard about it or seen it, so let's see what it's like, if it is beautiful or not. Hello. Can I just have a black coffee, please?
For here or take away?
Sit here, please. I was sitting there having my coffee, looking at this picture. The image did speak to me, and it might be, I'm a little unsure of this whole concept. But when I was looking at it, several things came to mind. So what comes to your mind when you look at this image? May I ask you that? My word is abundance. This bird has confidence. That's another thing that popped up connected to the confidence bit. This bird, and you see the crown, it made me think of the throne. And this bird has everything it needs. The right surroundings, the food. It's overflowing with abundance, isn't it? And now part of me is saying, oh, well, you're just making this up. You saw this image and you're connecting it to things you are already thinking about. There's an expression. It's called confirmation bias. This is not real. Well, I did enjoy the image a lot. I didn't think about having a coffee, but there was clearly guidance, if we believe in that, towards that cafe. So maybe this was kind of a confirmation about the throne and our place in this universe. I don't know. I'm a little doubtful about this. What do you think? Think it was a coincidence that I ended up in that cafe? I guess the question is, could I go into any cafe in Krakow and find an image on the wall, or find something that really would inspire me like this image did? And the answer is no. Not every cafe. I'm sure some cafes would have something that would inspire me. That's the thing about this gardens thing, right? I really do think that spirit leaves room for doubt, leaves room that it might be a coincidence. You know, you ask to see a rainbow, you see a rainbow, but a part of you goes, well, it might have shown up anyway. And I think that's spirit's way of respecting this experience we had, to leave room for doubt. Because if it were taken away, the doubt, then the experience would kind of lose its meaning if everything was proven to us. So I think we're meant to search and to explore and to feel and to, you know, and maybe that keeps us on our toes and wanting to learn more. Having the answer, final answer, well, that's the end of that journey, isn't it? Yeah, maybe it's better for us to start to keep searching. Yeah. I don't know if this makes any sense. That's where I am right now, anyway. And hopefully my voice is getting better in the next few days. Okay. See you soon, my friend.